At just tender age, her childhood has been a story of abduction, abuse, and forced marriage.
Ana do 16 years. Antaban mageni bo matai. Ana geni bo shi akira bukun bezama na lana lisa sokera. Lakin jaji bana le antitai. Ana geni bo shi akira umatai tani rida min hinaka. Otaban zolta mashakil sunu kalamato kitir. Yao.
Mary, not her real name, says her aunt-husband kidnapped her and her two siblings when her mother left for work in Khartoum.
Rajilta anta okuta umataide. Oja oshilena enna talata. Ana bokuta lana wagarato yala ashan taban kana ne asokere la tande kebire la twala khutaide. Shilen na talatare itnin tanin de rafi madarasa mafi shilenna mininak enna bega enna mara jaji wenna kebla kadi jubenna mabar.
Soon her brother and sister vanished without trace. Her aunt later abandoned her on the street of Juba.
Ale nasal jibenna minuma tay nakade ana mara fumorali go ko tayre wen shilana jibana fogo Rock City Sibane nak halgenini an enna jahin enna beja sidenna beja fidukanini enna beja reja shilita galgenini bes enna jahin ana kaman geni ana stene ana geni naka lakade misa mafizol ja ana inu zere asanta ban zaman daga ne ndutiza sana. Ana ino kila mape mahala lana binum fogo wele malta moyo. Ana bada ligo beta ni kila ba mulu fogo bade ana dahalina.
A stranger gave her a shelter and a police placed her in a safe home. But at 14, her nightmare returned.
Again na bibi bio hadad zere anti-taide. Obada arifanat.
She was forced into housework and told to marry a man she never chose.
Enna geni sanaten. Be anti-taile. Yalo bega maba molana kwis. Shakal tabet obisi bolana kulu. Yalo obasur lana fe bijibu fe radil. Jibu hutu lana suksuk fiden abiat. Galana bega marato. Yala kan ana smada ana bikore toale. Ana bikore amada rasma kalam. De yalo umun bada shilu sot. Biduga ana biro butana fe kurenta serir. Today yala na lisa ana bikengal kadana entire school yala na bra umon mader abala na seka madarasa kan sena demo fruit kana na piseben lakin saba panama intehin fibetina yao.
Mary nearly gave up, but instead she escaped, reporting her case to police.
Uncle taide zata raji bena minuma taide ora jibu boda Otala, ogal osibana ligana bere do jahis ana fiko shartai. Yala, ogal ana kadana libis obra jibu boda. Ana galikos ora, ana libis wareni obitala ana kamantala. Lakino maina ana bara jerebe da harbet ora kida.
Mary is not alone. 1 in 3 women in South Sudan suffer physical or sexual violence, most in silence. Human rights defender says the case of GBV are on rise.
If that person is the one also do that problem and then you want to follow up with that person, they can threaten you. And then sometimes the case died. The case died from there. And then some of them decide if the problem is there, they just remain in the area. They can say, no, let us keep for ourselves because there is no support. But sometimes if you succeed, they arrested the person, they can be taken, there's a GBV court. If they have taken there, at least that one, they can be taken to the prison. But some of them, they are hiding in the community.
The Ministry of Gender, Child and Social Welfare promises a stronger law to protect survivors.
As a country, if we look into our legal frameworks, we have the Transitional Constitution, which has integrated gender equality as one of the inalienable rights. And we have the National Gender Policy, which has also talked about the need to combat gender-based violence as one of the thematic area. Following that line, we developed the standard operating procedure for gender-based violence prevention and response in the country. And currently, we have developed the anti-gender-based violence bill, which is a very important legislation to address gender-based violence in the country. It is looking at all scope of GBV. So currently, the legislation is ready. We are finalizing with the Ministry of Justice so that this legislation will be passed to the cabinet for approval and endorsement.
For Mary, survivor is more than escape. It is a hope that no girl will ever have to live her story again.
We have to report, because if we don't report, we cannot pin down the perpetrators. We cannot. The rule of law says an accused is innocent until his guilt is proved beyond reasonable doubt. And this reasonable doubt requires evidence and requires exhibits. So they have to report. And the issue of being silent, the issue of culture silent is also pulling us down. And the issue of our culture norms. So we have to encourage them that for us to pin down the perpetrators, we have to report.
William Maduak, King TV.